Hello, welcome back to iogames.ninja. Today we're showcasing Agario. It's probably the one of the most popular IO games today. I don't know if whether it does top Sliver or just comes underneath, but one of the top games. So if you're not aware of this one, you must have been living in the cave for the last couple of years. Agario itself, it's sort of expanded now, from just being eating the dots game to, all this now on the screen that we can see today. So we've got, logins, you can earn, it's all about shops now, so you can earn yourself coins, suspends, and gifts, earn experience. You've got daily quests, and then also help supplement these coins and power-ups that you'd like to gain. The shop itself, you can get skins, XP boost, mass boost, coins. Coins itself you can purchase, with real money. We at iogames.ninja, we're all about the free-to-play experience, but if you want to, spend money in a game, by all means, go ahead. It does go towards supporting the game. The main screen itself, we've got an area to put our name in. We can, choose between game modes. So for time being, we'll stick to free for all. But there is teams, also experimental, which I might come back to later after I've had a bit of a go. A bit of experimentation myself. And there's also party mode, which you can also access here, which is just to play with friends. I've just expanded the menu earlier. We've also got other options of being able to choose between servers. We can also then just spectate a match. So we'll click that now. You've got graphics options here as well. It's on Retina, the highest one so far. Other options are skins, names, all this. This is just more personal. It doesn't have any real effect on the game. So spectate, you can see the size of the the arena, the size of the enemies and so far, how far they've got. So again, we're watching number one at the minute. English character or something it says. Not a bad skin. He's going around eating people. What's going to happen here? Well, that seems to be a bit... This guy is now absolutely humongous. Bear in mind these green spiky orbs here, they tend to stay the same relative size all throughout the game. So him compared to that, he is massive. And we'll see how big we're compared to that when we first start, So you get an idea of things. But even the dots, the dots should be, again, a representation of how big this guy is. Again, a bit of a freaky ass skin he's got there. The skins, to be honest, have been expanded pretty well. Now, this could be interesting. Let's just see how this works out. Something's about to go down. Is he about to merge again? So you can split up. To split up, it is spacebar. You say you don't want to split up too small because you make yourself, open to attack from anyone that's bigger than yourself. But it does speed you up. It does make you traverse the arena a bit quicker. There's also an option to shoot pellets from yourself at. Just like them with Sarah. She shot a little pellet at terrorists. I think there's two ways of doing it. There's a way of just shooting pellets at people to sort of make them bigger. Maybe to slow them down. Maybe someone's hiding behind a green orb, so you'd shoot a few pellets into that to make them big enough that when they're... oh, there we are. Look at that. He's come back now all of a sudden. So he's humongous again compared to the dots. Oh, but he's coming back. Let's see what happens here. He needs to get this guy onto there. Oh, he's eating that. Oh, what's he done now? Do you know? I think he's put himself out the game. Crazy. Ridiculous. This is crazy. Bloody hell. This is crazy. Look at that. To compete with these guys, you're going to be at this game for hours to get to this size. But yeah, just to mention the green orb. Someone's hiding behind these spiky ones, because if you're just small enough, you can hide underneath them. Anytime you're bigger than it, you end up splitting against them. So I thought he would split against that. Can he eat them? I don't know if you can eat them if you get big enough, But at some point it will split you up, and so someone will try and send you orbs using W to make you bigger. He's come back again. Bloody hell. To and fro these guys. Otherwise, you might send a pellet to someone just to sort of, say, look, please don't come after me as a pellet. This is all you're going to get from me. I'm leaving you now. However you want to play the game. If you want to be aggressive or a bit more passive. Got Pokeball here, Poland apparently. So we've got the leaderboard. It's getting on to the top 10 is going to be a hard one. Like I said, the size of these players compared to how you sort of start off here, you're tiny. I think by now it's time to get into a game. So let's press escape, close this down, and we can just play as guests. So yep, free for all, go. So you're going to see how this is us now collecting these orbs just to grow bigger now. So you can see the size of these guys. It's basically trying to avoid people. Now, the problem I've got at the minute of the arena is just the field of view. You can zoom in, but you can't seem to zoom out, so you can't really see what's coming up ahead of you. Whereas bigger players, from what we saw from like spectator view, that's very similar to what the big players get to see anyhow. The bigger you are, you get to see much more of the arena, and your field of view does increase. You don't even see this guy. He would have seen us before we even saw him. So it's just going to hide behind this just to scare him away, and he's not bothered with us anyway. We're at the edge. That there's the edge. There's no orbs in this area, and again, we're flatlining against it. But yeah, the field of view, you tend to run more into the larger guys. It's really hard to avoid anyone that's larger than you because they've seen you before you've seen them come in, which is one of the reasons why I do prefer on IO. So we have previously showcased on IO on our YouTube channel. So I'll put a link in the description below for that one. But essentially, it's on IO is Agario in 3D, so you get to see the playfield in 3D. I think it makes it a lot more. Everyone's got a fair advantage at that point because the game renders the same distance away for everyone. But I tend to find as well, on IO doesn't seem to get Agario is more open to sort of cheats and hacks. People are, they're more likely to have hacks that allow them to view bigger distances. Whereas us, 5-minute players, who's going to bother with that? We just want to jump in for a game. But when you're getting sort of, jumped on all the time by people that are hacking, it's not nice. Whereas on IO, it's more difficult for them to hack a 3D game. It doesn't work as well. So, we have better chance of surviving in on. Again, if you've noticed, the size of squares have sort of shrunk as our field of view has now grown. But it's just watching out for all this trouble. Like we have gotten big. We're 30. Say the leaderboard, we're 37th so far, 38th. So people are growing around us. So we'll just again in these sorts of games, I always prefer to stick to the edge, even though I feel like we're gonna get trapped. Let's go back up. I prefer to stick into the edge, even though it is one way of getting trapped essentially. But look at this guy. We were lagging. We do something we tend to suffer from for some reason. But again, in the middle area, it's where the big players tend to reside. So you're more likely to come into them. Whilst the edge, you're more likely to come across the smaller players. That's not. Do you know which way is what's going on? Who's going to chase who? It is trying to get the big ones to chase anyone that's a little bit bigger than yourself. But even then, you want to then avoid both them people that you're trying to run around. So we're 35. We've got Poland on us. So if that's the same Poland we saw earlier, Jesus, this is not going to end well. Oh. I've got hardly any orbs to pick up here. We've not even eaten anyone ourselves, I don't think, so far. Like I say, you can split up and use, just be careful around them because it could split us up. We could split up and use spacebar. It's just then a matter of trying to control, the number of times you split up. Well, we've just been eaten. Maybe we should have split up and, legged it. Being smaller, we could have outpaced them a bit. But he's just struggling then because then, you're smaller. You're smaller. So even though you are faster, again, we could have ran straight into something that's bigger. I do feel like I say, these bigger players, they've got a larger field of view. They can see you before you can see them coming. So I think something that, again, I'd like to see fixed in this game. It's not perfect. There are ways around it ourselves if we used to do it. So if you was to open up a second window to the side of the screen, one for playing on, and then the other one, you click the spectate, try and get yourself into the same server. You can usually tell you're on the same server just by comparing the leaderboards on both games. And again, because you're spectating now, like we saw before, we saw the entire playfield when we were spectating. So then we'd keep an eye on ourselves, spectating, whilst we're running around, on this screen, just avoiding any enemies that are larger than us. And then if you do that, you can go for hours. Then you can make sure you're always out of trouble. As we was playing just then, you just run into people. You can't see what's coming ahead. So we'll leave. It's a tactic for yourself to do. I won't show you how to do it. If you sort of want to be able to do that now, you've got to put some work into it, I guess. Anyhow, we're on teams now, so you can see the leaderboard. You've got red versus green and blue. He's not going to touch us. Again, field of view is quite small at the minute. But yeah, red at the minute has the majority, about just over half, and blue green they're the same quarter. Hopefully you can get us. So this is it now. For teamwork, it is. You are try and lead maybe smaller ones to your bigger companions if it's about that. You see, so he merged with himself. Something else about splitting up. So splitting up, you can merge with yourself, but you just need to make sure one ball, the balls that you're trying to split into are bigger than the smaller balls. Thanks for that. Cheers for that, mate. It can take time, and again, whilst you're split up, you're sort of exposed to being like this guy. He's struggling to merge back into himself. He's just real big. He's really big. So hanging around these big guys in team mode does help. If it's some sort of protection, you can run around them. Then there we are. Look, boom. They're just getting sucked up, and then again, you saw teammates were donating pellets to themselves towards the bigger teammates, make them bigger. Something to do. Again, bigger can donate to smaller, make them a bit bigger, make them better for the competition. But if you want to keep your big guys in it, especially if they're up against a big guy themselves, just throw them throw them some pellets, and hopefully they'll take out the enemies. Because at the end of this is what it's about. Keep the leaderboard up. I don't think there's an end to the game. I don't think there's any end game at all. You just work. It's constantly it's going around. However, this I need to get. Oh my god, I need to get into that. Give me some orbs. Yeah, that's it. Give me it. I think everyone's swarming them now. I thought Tech was one. We're doing all right still. This is it now. It's just traversing the map. Just collecting orbs. Trying to be able to take out the enemy team. If we get them, try not to get eaten ourselves, because we are quite now. We're a considerable amount now. So if we was to get eaten, we would be throwing quite a bit at least to the other side, which we don't want. But that's if you do continue playing. You might just rage quit and be like, I'm done. Let's get Alpha over here. Come here, boy. It's just in tight. Oh, Jesus, I did not see that. Oh. Let's get a guy here. Jesus, nobody got him. We're all rubbish. JB, you're crap. We're at the edge of the map on that side. This is it now. Let's just stick by Ukraine. Use them as a bit of protection, a bit of a shield. This is it now, we'll see what we can achieve. It's a bit too far. I would have split for him. In Orneo, I recommend not to be reckless. You only ever want to control yourself as two balls. But in this game, otherwise, if you're not reckless, it takes ages to grow. And just take the risk. What you got to lose? You got hours to spend on this. Here we go. Come on. Like that one there. That's it. So we've got the smaller balls, and we managed to grow ourselves. Trying to get this to merge now. I prefer to be the one ball just for just for bloody fuck off Tech. You slow my guy down. One ball just for the control. I want to knock Tech out in a minute. I really am. I think this must be a dirty tactic to lay down. But then again, how can he surely know to split up his? That's it. I was merged as well. Good, let's get Reddit. So I know what it feels like now to be the big guy being harassed by little guys. Let's just keep on Reddit's case for the time being. Oh, come on. Push him into us. Green, I've just noticed the leaderboard. Green has now caught up. So Reddit is outpacing us because he's smaller. Attack gets eaten though. No big deal. We've got Green chasing us. We're gonna split and leg it this way. We've got Rogue. Oh, Green's legged it as well now. Just get some small orbs in the meantime. It's not really contributing to as much to being this size, but we'll take it. Tech, mate. Either you just like, mate, seriously. You just slow me down. Stop fucking harassing me. Jesus, go away. I'm not your bodyguard, You're getting in my way, mate. I'll sort you out. He honestly is just on my case. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's gone, thank God, Don't forget eaten. Right. Let's just walk around and see what we've got. Pan there. Pan's not going to do much to us. Yeah, no. There we are. That was a quick one. Damn it. Could have had Rogue. Rogue! Oh, I'm going to trap him off here. It's right at the edge of the map. I'm not sure how big we are, there's no individual leaderboard at this point. I'm not sure how well we're performing. Jesus, I'm getting eaten. Oh, thank God Rayard. Oh my God, Tech's back again. This is ridiculous. Frank, please eat him. Eat him. Eat him. Get rid of Tech. Oh, you're joking. He's going to swamp me. Let's get this triple X down here. Bloody hell. Asshole. No. If he miraculously catches up to us, even though we're meant to be a smaller, faster one, like he's not gonna split at us because we're too big for him. If he splits now, Jesus, we're going a bit too far up there, Oh shoot, we get trapped here. I don't know that happened, This is why I'm not a big fan of Agaria. Too much happens where you're like, come on, I should have outpaced all of these characters, I was fast, bigger than them. It's whatever it is, Sigaria, it's life. Dog eat dog as usual. But yeah, so that was teams. We've shown again free for all. So have a quick look at experimental. I doubt there's anything interesting going on here. Don't seem to see nothing. Don't seem to see nothing. Normally, I feel like I'll just close this menu down. I'm not too sure. Players guest still. I feel like there should be some sort of unusual game mode to it, but I'm not seeing much. Well, again, our field a few. They saw us before we saw them, so there's no way getting around. I feel like they're running a bit quicker than usual. It's just laggy as anything anyway. So, by all means, Agaria, it's one of the most popular games going. I myself recommend on.io. I know I keep banging on, but 3D advancements over 2D. I can't sort of go back once you've got your graphics, you can't go back and quality. You can only progress. Other than that, by all means, pop by iogames.ninja, animated ninja. He's going kicking ass as usual, non-stop. Instructions in case how to play the game. Maybe I should have watched it just had a quick refresh of what to do. And again, plenty more games at iogames.ninja. So come on by, have a game. See you till next time.